1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go. Unbelievable stuff there. Absolutely brilliant here. Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant here. Unbelievable stuff there. We got 2 in the bed there. We've got 3 in the bed moment here. Unbelievable stuff there. Who? What a move! What a move! Good evening everyone and welcome to the CWC Racing League. I am your host with the most mouth, but not for the first time. I'm going to say this now. For the very first time that I've ever done in the CWC, I have got a co-coms with me. And I know it's very rare occasion, but I'd like to introduce to a very good friend of mine, a good friend of CWC back in the old days before I joined them with the comms, and it's a great pleasure as always to Bougie. But don't blame it on the Bougie moment. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Very good. Quality introduction, just as I expected. Thank you for that.
It's alright, I'll give you a $5 after that for just saying that, to be fair, so that's all cushed. But yeah, how's things? All good?
Very good, yeah. It's definitely a rare occasion. It's been a while since I've been back in CWC, let alone been in the commentary box. It's well over a year. It's almost 2 years now. Must be.
It feels like decades. Feels like decades ago, to be
fair. It really does.
Oh
God, it does. I know.
But yeah, should be good.
Yeah, good though. I'm excited.
Nice stuff. So, we've got the legendary Bougie who will help me out with the co-coms for tonight. I'm hoping you'll be able to help me out for the rest of the season if you are available, obviously. But should be a fantastic opportunity, not only for me personally, but for everyone at CWC. It's good to see you back for yourself, and see how it goes at the track itself. So just don't put a lot of pressure, just enjoy yourself. That's the main thing in the CWC, as always. So
exactly.
So before I carry on, guys, I'd like to say thank you to LeagueRacing TV channel for all the live races that they do for the CWC, and they do everything they can with the thumbnails as we see on screen. But also, please check them out because they have got live commentary for. We've got not only we're doing the F1 tonight, we also got F2 live and exclusive for you guys tonight. Make sure you check them out at the same time. But also we've got TTML for divisions 1 to 5 on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, and then you got the Sprint League on Wednesday nights as well. So please check them out. They do brilliant comps and they do brilliant driving as well, and it's been an absolute blast that they do. So make sure you check them out, guys. It'll be a massive help. But before we do that, let's go straight to the track video. We'll talk to Bougie in a moment or two to hear his thoughts of the track and what his thoughts of his expectations of what to expect at round 5 at the Barcelona for the Barcelona, the Circuit de Barcelona, as we call it. Say, I couldn't say the words on that one, to be fair. But we at Catalonia, we have 4.655 kilometers with 2.892 miles with 16 turns, 2 DRS zones, and the track elevation is just massive. Absolutely massive, and I reckon there'll be a few corners to watch out for. But before we carry on, we need to try and make sure that we check out the track hot lap based on MDJ, aka Mikey. So thank you for him for doing the video at lastminute.com. We're coming up to the first corner now, heavy braking. This is where everyone will be long down the DRS straight to turn 2. Then it's the long right-hander on turn 3. Then we come up to the end of the first sector. Then into turn forwards. You need to get a rhythm going in the second sector. And I'm sure, so we'll talk to Booch in a minute, but he will explain what's going to happen with the crucial points at each turn and at which point the guys will try and capitalise on. This is the part where they go up the hill and it's the blind right-hander which you can easily cut the corner and can get invalidated as quickly as possible. Now, if I remember it right, the quickest time around here, I'm sure it's 18s or 17, but again, I might be wrong, but it's been a very while ago. I could be way off, to be fair. But we're coming up to the third sector, which is the part where I feel like people are going to be really struggling because it's the trickiest chicane to try and master, and coming up to the last corner as well, and to be fair, this is the one where they have to do it perfectly as well. So before we go into the driver standings, so Bougie, we just had a quick look at the track video and we've had a quick look at the track hot lap. Have you driven around Barcelona for a very long time, or what do you expect?
Not in a while. Not in a while. It's never been one of my favourite tracks, and I can't really pinpoint why. A few tricky corners. I mean, that first turn 3, that long right-hander, that's depending on what tyres. We were talking about tyres earlier, depending on what tyres people are going to be using. I mean, for soft tyres, that's going to ruin the left side of your car really quickly. You've got that 7 and 8 going in some undulation when you have the chicane. Really tricky. I mean, that's such a slippy corner. I'd be highly surprised if we get through this race without anyone bottling it through there, but hopefully all the drivers can make it through there. The fast turn 9, that right-hander, again, it's flat out technically, but it depends if you're willing to put the pedal down all the way through that corner, especially with some older tires. I can't imagine they'll be flat out with some older tires. The back straight, again, is probably going to be the most common overtaking area, I'd imagine. It seems to be, from what I remember when I was racing a little bit more than I'm doing now. And then 14 and those last two, the last chicane, I've always hated that last chicane. It's more the first part, turn 14, the left hand. You can kind of go over the curb on the second part. I've just never liked that final chicane. I've always lost so much time there. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys sort of handle it today. I've only seen a few of these guys race. I've only caught up on the last sort of couple of races, so it'll be interesting to see how these guys do today.
Absolutely, and it's very good points, to be fair, of the track itself, because I'm not a big fan of it, to be fair. I am absolutely not a big fan of the track itself because I always just go dead slow. But we're not in their shoes. We're just going to chillax and enjoy the fun.
God.
And I'm sure you're absolutely delighted with that, Bougie.
Yeah, I don't want to be driving in Spain. I mean, aesthetically, Spain's a really nice track. It's laid out really nicely, but I think it's the elevation that gets you. So many corners have slight elevation, which can it makes a few corners really slippy. So even 1 and 2, if you get those wrong, if you hit too much of the curb, because when you're doing a quali lap, you're almost inclined, and track limits in the game are pretty bad for Spain as well, especially on those first 2 corners. So that's something that the drivers are going to have to watch out for as well.
Absolutely, and let's just hope they can try and capitalise on it as well. I believe we're about to start in a moment or two, but before we do that, let's go straight to the standings quickly. I haven't got the constructors. I do apologise to the guys. I haven't got the constructors in time, but I'm going to have a quick look at the driver standings as we see. So Kieran D, aka I'm a D, is in first place with the Red Bull team with 87 points. Carlsberg is in, aka Eric Carlsberg, is in second with 45 points. So the drivers' champion from last season is absolutely having a bit of a rocky start, shall we say. He normally was battling that with Kieran D, with swapping places like he did in the second and third races itself. But hopefully he'll try and bounce back. MDJ Mikey is in third with 36 points. So he could not race at China due to personal reasons. So hopefully he'll try and get some more points to catch up to the top 2. Leo Toole, aka Leroy, is in fourth with 30 points. You got Cameron Armstrong, who won last week at the Chinese Grand Prix. He did a brilliant job in the Racing Point driver with 29 points. He's in 5th place. Christian Prezio is in 6th with 24 points. You got I think it's Eduardo, who's in 7th place at Star Spawn with 22 points. He's the only driver, and good stat here from what I've been told, the only driver ever that is not driving in the European continent as well. So that's a good stat for everyone to watch itself. You got Alan Partridge, or Chris Partridge, is in 8th with 20 points. Nathan Carr, aka Ninja, is in 9th with 18 points. Corey Snook, aka Snookster007, is in 10th with 15 points. And the rest are under 15 points as well. Booj, are you ready to start off your the race? Are we all set, ready to go?
Absolutely. I think that, yeah, the drivers are readying up now, so we're about to start. We've got, I've sort of had a look at how Carl's has been performing, and he has dropped off. I mean, last week didn't help himself too much, came out in 9th. Cam's had a really good race, obviously winning last week, and D got 2nd, so he pulled off a bit of a gap there, which is not something that Carl's wanted. So hopefully Carl's can bounce back this week.
Yeah, let's see if he does. But don't get me wrong, he's just had a bit of a. He's had some good races. Don't get me wrong. He's had some good second and third races, but it's the first where he messed up. Same with Corey Snow, the drivers who are rated that would do well for the drivers and the constructors this season. I think it's just completely wide open on that scenario. But for all the drivers itself, it's brought a new lease of life for all these drivers itself. But if you was driving and if you was driving and you had the drivers' champion on you, do you feel like you've been under a lot of pressure this season?
Potentially, because I mean, the first thing I was told when I came back was, Carl's is the new CWC GOAT. So, that was one of the first things I was told. So yeah, I'd imagine there is a little bit of that. I suppose he expects to be up there now. But yeah, it's just a few little mistakes. I think he's just not managed to get the points, and now Carl's has got D's got a 42-point lead. So yeah, almost 2 races coming up to now. So yeah, Carl's really needs a good result here. It's still only early, but you don't want to let that gap get too big, do you?
No, absolutely not. And he'll be under a lot of pressure. Don't get me wrong. He'll be under a lot of pressure. But overall, for these drivers itself, these guys have got to produce the goods. And Kieran D, who I think after the 6th race last season, I don't know if you watched last season's races, but overall, from his point of view, I feel like he dropped down a bit, Kieran D. But again, there were times where he could not race, which is completely understandable. But from his point of view,
yeah,
it's this is a massive point difference that he can't really slip up now. I know there's only 14 races left. 13 races left after tonight. But from your perspective, do you think Kieran D will keep that position going, or do you think there'll be a few more shocks along the way?
Well, he's got momentum, hasn't he? And momentum's such a big thing. It's very easy to bounce off, podiums after podiums when you're on a roll, sort of thing. So I think Kieran's going to take last week, the 2nd that he got last week, into today, whereas Carl's really needs to find a little bit more form, which hopefully he can find. Again, I'm coming at it from sort of an outside perspective. I'm not seeing what these guys are like around this particular track, so I'm interested to find that out today.
Hopefully.
Cam's as well. I mean, Cam's had a fantastic race last week, so he's sort of come out from nowhere. He's straight to 5th. Again, I know it's only early. He's straight to 5th in the standings, but won it last week with the fastest lap. So, he didn't get the fastest lap. Excuse that, but he did win it. So yeah, it'd be good to see if he can keep that momentum going as well. Maybe get himself another podium and get himself up there.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't worry, we'll let you off this time. We'll let you off with the co-coms scenario stuff. So don't ever feel panic or anything like that. But he did. To be fair, I rated him when he came into CWC this season, and he's stepped up again. I think hopefully he'll try and emulate what he did last race at the Chinese Grand Prix. If you've not watched it, guys, please check out the I can't say the LeagueRacing TV channel. I can't say the words tonight. LeagueRacing TV channel for all the live races, and they give you all the latest updates as well. And speaking of which, Cameron has retired, and we got the fastest lap of Corey Snook. Corey Snook has got the fastest lap. Christian Presidio has got second place with I believe, a 15.4. So who are you watching so far, Booge?
Just watch Snooks to go around. Obviously, he's on the soft tyres at the moment. We got a yellow flag in sector 3. Don't know if that's anything worth noting or if it's just drivers slowing down for their hot lap, which it looks like. Yeah, Snook looked very, very strong, but he is on the soft tyre with Lando, 3/10 back on the medium. So be interested to see what tyre choices people do go for in Q2, because I was also saying it's pretty risky. If you go on the softs, I mean, it's almost impossible, from what I remember, to get round in a one-stop. Whether that's changed or not, I don't know. I don't know if you've got any more input on that, or if that's still the sort of same situation.
It's the tyre track, the tyre deck is not great. It's never been great. It's never has been at Spain. If you start off in the softs, good luck. I will say that now. Very good luck, because you're not going to survive too much.
My thoughts exactly.
But with Eric Carlsberg is just coming up to the third sector now. He had a purple first sector, but he's just done a little bit slower, not purple on the second sector. So I'm wondering if he'll go up. Oh!
Oh, he's come in.
Oh, he's just cut the pit entry. So
yeah, you need to be careful there doing that.
I don't know if that will have to be checked after. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully we'll try and find out sooner rather than later. I'm just trying to see who else is out at the moment. Yeah, we do apologise, guys, if you're not seeing any of the graphics on there, but we will get that sorted. It looks like Conceptual it's just gone into fourth. Looks like Javon and moves up to fifth at the moment. Jamie Morris is in eighth with I think a 119.6. So I will not be surprised. The yellow flag sector 2. That is one of the McLarens, I believe.
That was Javon letting drivers through.
Fair dues. So the strategy around here, if I remember it right, if you start off on the softs, unfortunately, if you're going to gamble, you're going to have to hope that you can do the soft hards to get to the end of the race. But
yeah, I mean, you need to be a king of tyre management for that to kind of work, because you are going to be very slow towards the end, and you're going to have to really stretch out those softs as well. So it's not the ideal choice, I don't think, from my recollection. You're looking at a combination. If you want the one stop, you're looking at medium and hard combination. Which way round will be interesting. I'm going to assume most drivers are going to go for at least top 10. Should be starting on mediums.
You would think that
you would think, but you always get someone who's really bold and tries to go for something special. So it'll make for an interesting race. So hopefully someone does do that.
I think what we see is like different different aspects and different situations where you never know what to expect back, to be fair. But from everyone's point of view, you need to try and get some good points. And if you're having a struggling start of the season, which I know some of the drivers are at the minute, but if they can get a big, massive boost, I mean, last season, out of nowhere, I mean, I still remember it as the bestest ever race. I'm not saying by far of CWC, but the bestest race I've seen last season was Singapore. Nathan Carr Nathan Carr out of nowhere, completely. He was struggling. He did not get any points at all season long, and yet, out of the blue, he produced one of the bestest ever races he has ever done. And the form book, you would expect Carlsberg, you expected Kieran D to do well at that race. But those two drivers who were battling out for the Drivers' Championship completely wiped off, and the form book from Carlsberg was completely gone. It was completely gone and wiped off massively, and that's what the shock of it all. That's what we love about F1 racing, because you just never know what to expect, and it's like you could be last and pull your way all the way to the top of the league, top of the race, with no situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah,
but sorry, I lost my voice.
We had a couple of guys making some early mistakes here. Ryo Mahoshi going off turn 1 and 2. Taze had to come back in on his hot lap after the hairpin turn 9. Is it turn 9? Turn 10. Sorry, turn 10 hairpin. So a few guys still yet to do. Oh, Bryn is out. I don't know what happened to Bryn. Obviously, he's a guy who's recently just come up from F2 after sort of dominating F2, so he had to move up. Totally capable, Bryn. His times last week, had a really good race last week, but unfortunately didn't manage to complete the race. You say?
No, it's just a shame. But as you was watching that, Christian Pizio has got pole position with 1:15.066 on the times itself. Let's just have a quick glance at some of the drivers. Dylan, who's doing his lap at the moment, did a 1:25.8. But let's see if you can try to do. So we've got about 8 minutes 38 left of the qualifying. If you are watching the stream, guys, please make sure you like subscribe. Would be a massive boost to the LeagueRacing TV channel itself. So we're just watching how Dylan De Vries to do his lap. Now he's only got his best first sector, but not purple. It's not purple in the first sectors. But let's see what he can try to do in the second sector. He's one of those drivers who has been really, what's the word? He showed quick momentum in the practice that I've seen before the season started, but I'm hoping he'll try and capitalise on it, because I've not seen what I saw his potential, and I know you haven't seen him much, Buji, and I'll try and give you all the drivers.
Sorry, Carl's 1:14.8 on the mediums. Really good lap. Really good lap from Carl's.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, Buji, explain! What's happened?
It was a near perfect lap. It was fantastic on the yellows as well. Two tenths quicker than Furry on the softs. So that's going to really boost his confidence going into Q2. His pace on the medium tires. I mean, D's 3.5 tenths quicker than D, also on the medium. So we might have a good battle here between D and Carl's.
Absolutely, and the two Ferraris are now locked into the top two at the moment, and the two Red Bulls are in third and fourth place. So those two teams this season, I expected them to be battling out for the constructors mainly, and it's obviously those two drivers in separate teams battling out for the drivers itself. But from what you watched as well, we just watched Leo Till just crossed over the line in 14th place with 1:18.154. So if you had to pick, from what you saw, Buji, I know it's under a lot of pressure considering you've just come back into the COCOMs itself, but have you been impressed by the two teams this season?
Do you know what I have? Yeah, the racing in general, I think. The last sort of couple of weeks that I've been sort of back being involved, just a general kind of atmosphere is much better. There's a lot of kind of respect in the background in terms of when incidents do happen, and they're not happening that often, which is always what you want to see. I mean, it is online racing; it's always going to happen. That'll never go away. But it's positive, really positive, and it's been nice seeing the Ferrari and Red Bull battle that's going on. Obviously, the Ferraris have had not as much of a not good luck, let's say, in terms of what they've been the results that they've been churning out. The Red Bulls have been slightly getting the better of them. But yeah, I'm impressed. Ahmadi's been fairly flawless in the last couple of races that I've seen. Can't fault it at all. Drove superbly. So yeah, really good. I mean, the Racing Points is another team that you got to look at. Leroy and Cameron, they've both been banging in the points. I mean, they're on 30 points apiece, or 30 and 29. So they've been really consistent as well. So they're another solid team. It's nice to see sort of when teams are, gelling, getting the points together. So we'll see what we can get in terms of constructors. And apologies for the constructors. There was a couple of errors from Bahrain that needed to be changed, so I had to take those down. But they'll be back up this week, so we'll be able to see those in all its glory in the next couple of days.
It's all right. We'll let you off just this once, Bougie. I promise you that. We'll let you off just this once. Christian Bazio has just missed out on pole position by 1/100th of a second, nearly 200th of a second.
Wow.
So
yeah, well, on the softs though, he was on the soft. So again, that's another boost, if anything, for Carl's. It's a great lap from Lando, but yeah, that's still point to Carl's there, considering he's on the medium compound.
Absolutely, and to be honest, you have to start on the mediums. No word of a lie, you have to start on the mediums. If you're going for the softs, I would suggest you need to aim for the low 14s, high 13s. That's the main one, to be fair. And also, I forgot to mention actually, we've had a few new drivers who have made some changes this season. So, Mikey has retired. Mikey was retired from 5th place. So, do you want to have a quick mention about the drivers itself, Bougie, before we do the 2 minutes?
A couple of changes from this week. So we do have Javon coming in for Kai in the McLaren as a reserve. Same with Indigo coming in for Echo, also in the McLaren. Indigo is, you have to remind me who Indigo is.
Jamie Morris.
Yeah, and the other one is Conti, who I know you know quite well. Is he actually in here right now?
Yes.
Yeah, he is there. In the Renault, yeah, so he's coming in as a reserve today as well. So hopefully those three, obviously reserve points all count. And if you do end up getting a full-time seat, then your points are obviously going to carry on over. So hopefully those guys can have a good result today as well.
We'll have to wait and see as well. We've got 2 minutes 30 left, guys. 2 minutes 30 left of the qualifying.
Watkins yet to... But he's still in the pit. Interestingly enough. So he's yet to put a time on the board. I don't know if he's... Oh, it looks like he's coming out now. So he's going for a one-lap wonder. Hopefully he can squeeze himself into the top 10. He's waited till the last possible minute here to put a lap together.
I'm wondering if he was trying to wait as much as... Oh my God! Done! He's been outdone by the tyres! The Renault in 7th place. Absolutely mad. He was at the 3rd sector. He'll be absolutely fuming. Oh my days. We got green flag, which is what has happened there. 1 minute 35 left of the qualifying itself. And I tell you what, this is mad stuff. We've just got one that might be... I'm just trying to see who the Red Bull driver is. Hopefully we'll find out sooner rather than later. I think that might be Christian again. Or that might be D. We'll find out in a minute. It's D. I should know that by now. With the number itself. So Kieran D is in 4th at the moment. He is... I think he's on the medium tyres. Yeah, he's on the medium tyres. He'll need to produce one of the bestest ever laps he has ever done at CWC to stop Eric Carlsberg, who's in 1st place. And I tell you what, we're under 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left of the qualifying. Yellow flag set to 3. Juan has gone off, and looks like Jamie Morris has retired from the session as well. So we're coming up to...
Yep.
Oh my God. Don't you worry, Bougie. I will let you in as quickly as possible, but we'll try and find out with 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left of the qualifying. Can
Dylan crossing the line.
What's happened? What's happened?
It doesn't improve. Does Dylan doesn't improve? He's in 11th.
Oh, okay. So, oh, Leo Tools moved up to 4th. Leo Tools moved up to 4th. He's up to the 1 minute 50s. That's a great lap as well. Great lap from him. Oh, Kieran D has Ivade, but goal! Snook. Oh my days! Oh my days! What a lap! What a lap! But where's Christian Bazia? He's slow on the first sector. He needs to try and push.
D's coming around the last. Chicane now.
He's invalidated his lap earlier on. So
yeah, no improvement.
So we're just waiting for Christian to try. And it looks like one of the Haas cars behind. Oh my God, Christian Bazio. He's purple on the second sector. And I tell you what, this could be. Can he be the one to stop the Ferrari of Corey Snook? Snook will be praying to God here to stop Christian Bazio. Will he get pole? He's on the last corner. He will be 3, 2, 1. Oh! What a lap! What a lap there for Christian Bazio. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. Kraft is going to the pits. Conte, aka Springfield. Oh my days.
Conte was going slow in the middle sector, so he's done.
I think he is. I think because he's slow in the first 2 sectors, I think he'll go back to the pits. Yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to try and do the T's. I thought he was going to try to do the T's or try and get into the top 10. But yellow flags, sector 3.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. And I tell you what, nothing gets better than that, to be fair. Nothing gets better than that. We'll just do the short qualifying classification, then we'll talk about the race itself. Here are your short qualifying classification for the Spanish Grand Prix. For the CWC Racing League, the F1 League, you got Lando, aka Christian Pazio, is in first. Corey Snook in second. Eric Carlsberg is in third. Leo Tour is in fourth. Kieran D is in fifth. Mikey is in sixth. Jamie Morris is in seventh. Robin is in eighth. Conte is in ninth. Juan is in 10th. Eduardo, I think it is, in 11th. Watkins is in 12th. Claudia's in 13th. Dylan's 14th. Carb's 15th. Javon 16th. Bryn and Cameron and all the rest have not done a time at all. What a qualifying, to be fair, Boogie. What's your best moment of that qualifying?
Well, the first thing I'm taking from that is I don't know whether to be excited or worried for the top 2, only because they're starting on the softs. So I don't know how. I mean, they need to absolutely bomb it from the start if they're going to have a chance, I'd say. Or if they're going to go for a 2-stop, they're going to need to get on their bike straight away. Otherwise, I managing those tires with very hungry cars on the mediums behind is a scary thought. So yeah, I don't know how that one's gonna. I don't know who I would rather be, if I'm totally honest with you. I don't know who I'd rather be. I think I would prefer to be Carl's, but we'll see how the top 2 play that out. If they can get away quick, then anything can happen. But yeah, those 2, Snook and Lando, they need to make sure they get away quick time and manage their tyres at the same time.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's going to be really interesting to watch. Carls and Leroy, he's no slow poke either, is he? So and D just behind him. So yeah, that's a scary 3 to have behind him, I think. There's some pressure, I think, on Lando and Snook here.
Absolutely, and
I mean, hopefully, if anything, Carls is going to realise that he's got his teammate in front, so maybe there can be some team play going on there, helping each other out a little bit. But we'll see. Yeah, it's interesting to see what those guys do on the soft side.
Absolutely, and it'd be good to see how they can try and push on. But obviously, we've had the weather crew confirmed, and it looks like we can have a dry race. Might have a dry race scenario. And looking at the tyre wear, to be fair, looks like Conti, Christian, and Corey. They're the only ones in the top 10 who gambled for the softs. I tell you what, Evans is in 17th with the hard tyres, and one of the Mercedes, I do apologise guys, one of the Mercedes is in the hards as well, but all the rest of the guys are on the medium tyres. So just a quick one, your top 3 predictions tonight.
Top 3. I'm gonna go with Carl's. Carl's D, and third's tough. Carl's D, and I'm gonna throw in Indigo, Jamie Morris.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna throw him in there. Yeah. I think Carl's. I just feel that it's too much of an advantage, those medium tyres. But the start's going to be key here.
Absolutely
key.
Absolutely. We said that at the exact same point of time. That's just mad stuff. So, but yeah, it's good to see Bougie back on the comms box. And make sure you give all that likes, all the fantastic comments as quickly as possible. We're just going to try and get the standings ready for. We might have 5 red lights, and we are off. We are off now on the.
Great start by Lando.
What's that? Oh, there's been a crash! There's been a crash! There's a safety car! There's been a safety car! Oh my god!
All out safety car. I don't know what happened to that Haas, but he flew across the track. We have penalties already for many drivers. What has happened here?
So, unfortunately for that, I just saw the last minute of one of the Haas drivers. That was Dylan De Vries, who had a bit of a moment. You can, obviously, with the pit stop strategy, as you just saw briefly, you can do a 2-stop if you start off on the softs, and you can go all the way to the end with, like we'll say, all the way to the end. You can have like soft, medium if you wanted to, or you can gamble for the hard, but it's just really, really difficult because it's really slow. So I think it's about 1.2 second difference.
Well, this is it. I mean, does Lando come in now and stick a different tyre on? I don't know. I mean, I'm also seeing there's a few 5-second stop goes for 5 or 6 drivers here, so I'm not sure that's something that's going to have to be looked at after.
Do you know who? Sorry, mate. Do you know who?
We've got D. You're gonna have to bear with me on the names here. So we got D, MDJ, Indigo,
Okay.
Dewan, Javan, Carbrennican, Ryoma, Bryn. They've all got 5-second stop goes. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, we do apologise, guys. We do apologise if you don't see the penalties in my screen. This does not count the 5-second stop-go penalties itself. So hopefully, Bougie will be the stat man or the penalty man, as we call it. But
the penalty man, yeah, there you go.
But Corey Snook is going to the pits. I am, and Carlsberry.
I thought he might.
Carlsberry's going to the pits as well. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh, sorry. It's the. Oh, I do apologise, guys. I forgot about the leaderboard messing up in laps 2 and 3. Normally, that's why I got confused at one point. So, Bougie. So, if you was in this position now, if you was a soft tyre or a medium tyre scenario, what would you do now in this situation?
I'd stay out, I think. If I was soft and medium, I wouldn't bother moving, because I know it's quite a solid one stop with a medium hard. If I was on a soft, I definitely would have come in and changed those. I think probably for the mediums personally. Depends on what you prefer in that instance, whether you want to go for the hards or mediums. But I would have definitely come in because I don't see much of an advantage. It's a great time to come in because you're not losing out too much then, I suppose. but it depends how many other people come in. We've had a few people come in, like you said, Snooks and Cam, Javan, Roma, Bryn, they've all come in. So yeah, I mean, Snooks hasn't lost out too much, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, he's kind of back to square one in a sense, because everyone's got relatively fresh tyres, and so I don't know how that's going to play out for him. He's going to have to sort of work his way through the pack now. Lando, is Lando on the? Yeah, he's on the soft, so he's decided to stay out. If you look at it on the other side, Lando's stretching out the length of his soft tyres, so it could also play into his hands as well if he wants to make that one-stop work still, potentially.
It's going to be difficult for him because the safety car is going to help, but it's not going to help massively with the tyre wear scenario, because you've got Eric Carlsberry who's behind, you got Kieran D who's behind as well, with Leo Tour who's going to be pouncing at any point. But with all these scenarios as well, it's going to be they'll be under a lot of pressure. Christian will have, well, he'll be hoping that there'll be another safety car for any help during this stint. To be fair, but from his perspective, if he could try and keep the soft tyres as long as you said, long as possible, I reckon with the safety car itself, I think he might get up to lap 8 or 10, and then might. Would you go for the mediums, or would you go for the hards?
I mean, if you're going for mediums, you're two-stopping then, aren't you? You're dedicating yourself to a two-stop. So I really don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable doing a two-stop here, because I think you're just losing too much time. It's not worth it. But at the same time, you have to if you're starting on the softs, I think. Unless I don't have the time management to be able to pull off a one-stop here, and I don't think many people do. So
no,
it's tough for Lando. It's a tough situation. Like I said, I would have come in. That would have been a good chance to come in. But
here we go.
At the same time, I suppose maybe he's thinking, what has he got to lose? So he needs a good getaway here, for sure.
Here we go. This is a good opportunity now. Safety car's in. Carlsberry's right on the grass. I don't know if he had enough room, but now he's got Christian Pasillo has got a great start of the safety car. Now, here we go. Carlsberry will try and get that slipstream. Looks like there's a 4-car battle behind. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't you dare do this to me. Don't you dare do this to me!
Inside.
No! Oh my god. What a move! What a move there from! I think that was from Robin. Robin Kraft moment. That's a brilliant move there from Robin. If it is the greatest move he has ever done at CWC. But tell you what, this is what we love about the safety car scenarios, because everyone's all bunched up and ready to start off itself. But Bougie, who are you watching so far?
I was looking at Lando's getaway. This is what he wants. He needs to keep stretching that gap. He's sort of 8/10 up now. He's really got to pull away from Carl's, though. Likewise, Carl's is getting pushed by D right behind him. Leroy, right behind him. So it's going to be a good 3-4 car battle up front. I think it's all going to depend on what Lando can do with those soft tyres. Conti managed to have a good getaway as well. Obviously first race in F1, so good to see him in here. Watkins has moved up to 9th, so he's benefited here. Where did he start?
He started in 12th, mate. He started in 12th, moves up 3 places.
Yeah, he's moved up 3, yeah.
So we're just waiting for some magic moments, and looks like Jamie Morris and Cameron Armstrong. Those two drivers at the back of the grid, they were having a bit of
snooker on the inside of Mercedes. He's just
Eduardo.
Place. Obviously, he lost out.
He's lost out to Eduardo. Fastest lap still from Christian Pasillo, and looks like, oh, this is mad! Cameron's going to try and make the move on the inside. The two battled out. Cameron, oh, you beauty! What a move! What a move there from Cameron! Absolutely fantastic stuff. Oh my days!
Brilliant move there.
Oh my days! And oh my god, Eduardo had a bit of a Bryn Evans is trying to make the move on to Eduardo's made a little bit of a mistake. To be fair, he is on the hard tyres, so he will struggle massively on with the medium tyres.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to lose my voice at this moment in time as well. So mad stuff.
Eduardo really needs to cling on in there because, yeah, like you said, he's on the hardest tyre. He's just lost a couple of places, and Bryn and Cam getting past him as well, and Snook.
So here we go. We might have a bit of a moment. It looks like Bryn will try and make the move onto.
He's having a look.
Oh no! He's had a quick look. He had a quick look, but he's saying, "No, mate, I can't do it. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet at all." Still battling out. As well, we've got so much battles galore. We just don't know which one to pick. We're on lap 6 of 33 of the CWC Racing League, the F1 League, live exclusive for you guys at the Spanish Grand Prix, Catalonia track as well. So here we go. We might have. It looks like a. Jamie Morris is battling out with Eduardo for 14th place. We've got another time penalty. So Javon had a 3-second time penalty. Now Cameron's got a 3-second time penalty, which I believe for multiple warnings, I believe anyway. Oh my god, the racing point. The racing point, Cameron trying to make the move on to, I think that might be Corey Snook. Oh no, it's contact!
He's gone.
Contact between Cameron and Corey Snook. Cameron, who won last week.
He was a bit too keen there, I think, Cam. He was a bit too keen, I think, to get that move done there. It's a tricky part of the track to get a move done on the inside. Everyone knows that racing line. You've got to cut sort of that first corner to straighten out the second part of that chicane. So I think he might have gone a bit too deep into that. We've got a couple of guys. Oh, Williams. Oh, it's Indigo on Eduardo.
Just watching Iran done against. I think that might be Robin. Yeah, it is Robin Krefter. Yeah, so let's see what he can try and do. Robin try and defend as much as possible. I sort of swear.
Oh, Bryn going on the inside. Brilliant move. Oh, he's not made it stick yet.
2 in the bed. We got 2 in the bed moment. Oh no! What a move! Oh, beautiful.
He makes it stick.
Absolutely brilliant move there from Bryn. We've got another time penalty. Javon, who's got the 2. Oh my god, one of the cars has gone off track. One of the cars has gone off track.
That?
I don't know who that was. I'm trying to find out.
I think it was Jamie Morris.
I don't know. No, Jamie Morris is coming up to the 3rd sector. He's going way wide. He's trying to go back into the pits as quickly as possible. He must have had something happen. He's got a 10-second penalty for that. Oh my god, we'll go two in a bed again. Corey Snook and Connor Settle trying to see what they can try and do into the turn 1. Oh my days, Corey Snook has dropped down to 11th. Well, he moved up to 11th, sorry. Connor Settle has dropped down to 12th place itself. Mad start.
Watkins is having a look at Conti here. We got a 3-car battle between Dew and Conti and Watkins. Watkins is looking on the inside. He's going to have to go around the outside here.
Has he done it?
Turn 6. Oh, what a move. Brilliant stuff.
Oh my god. 2? Can he be 2? Can he be 2 in the moves? No, he can't. He cannot do it at all. He's trying to look for it. He's having 2 Renaults for the price of 1. Bish bash bosh moments. Oh my days. Harry Watkins.
Oh, he's going around the outside.
He has. He's had the bog off. Oh no, he hasn't. I've took too much sense.
Oh my good.
God!
Oh, Watkins has lost it.
No, oh my god, the McLaren.
Oh, he's lost.
Oh my. No, there's been contact. There's been contact between Watkins and Snook. But Watkins needs to try and bounce back. He was doing a brilliant drive up to that point where he got caught by one of the McLarens. I think that might be Evans. Yeah, Bryn.
He's under pressure from Snook now.
So let's see what he can try and do. He's all right at turn 1, but he's going to have to be careful in the first part of the sector. We might have a 5-car battle. It looks like Eduardo trying to close in on Connor Settle for 11th place. And looks like, oh my days, Connor Settle's gone off track. It looks like Eduardo might have a chance to try and overtake. No, it doesn't. So here we go. Can Watkins try and hold on for dear life? He's had a good moves, to be fair. good moves in the race. Who are you watching so far, mate?
This battle between sort of Watkins 8th down to Eduardo in 12th. I mean, all these guys trading places constantly at the moment. It's really, really good to watch.
Absolutely. It's been... You probably think that these guys are battling out for the top of the table itself, but it's not.
You'd think so. You'd think so.
But
Watkins made a couple of beautiful moves on that last lap, but unfortunately ended up losing out.
Yeah, don't...
Sort of third corner from the end of the lap there.
Yeah, so don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the cars, but don't blame it on bougie moments.
Coming in.
Oh my days.
Conti's made it 10 laps on those softs, so it'll be interesting to see what tyre he goes for. Lando's gone for the hard tyres. He's coming out. So I'd assume Lando's going to try and go to the end now on these hard. I think. I mean, that's a tough slog. 23 laps on the hard tyres.
His only hope, Bucci, his only hope is the safety car. That's his only hope, to try and bounce himself back. While you're watching that, Corey Luke has made the move on to to Watkins for 7th place. So he's pushing on from that fresh pit stop itself. So he'll try and do the 2-stop itself. So good evening to everyone that's joined the session. I hope everyone's all okay and well and enjoying this race. For the CWC Racing League, we got Eric Carsberry is in first, Kieran D is in second, Leo Tools in third, Mikey is in fourth, Robbie Kreft is in fifth, Bryn is in sixth, Corey Luke, who we're just watching live and exclusive, is in 7th place, Watkins is in 8th, Conor Setchell is in 9th place. It looks like Eduardo is in 10th, Claudia is in 11th. Cameron Armstrong, who won last week's Chinese Grand Prix, is in 12th place. Christian Pazio is in 13th. It looks like Conte is in 14th place. Dunn, he hopefully doesn't get outdone himself, in 15th place. And then you got Javon is in 16th place with Jamie Morris and Dylan DeVries, who are both out.
Cam and Ryoma having a little scrap between 11th and 12th. A little bit of contact between the two, but Cam coming out on top.
So we'll try and find out what's happened there. But if you are commenting on the stream, guys, we are trying to look at the comments itself. I don't know what happened to Dylan. If you're still there, Dylan, we'd like to know what happened. And I just saw Jeremy Morris's just coming onto the stream itself. But I think that the two drivers are not happy with what happened tonight in the start of the race. Well, during the race itself. So, but yeah. It's just been an absolute belter of a race itself, and we're just trying to wait and see who's closer to the battles. We might have a battle between Bryn and Robin for 5th place. Bucci, are you still there? You okay?
Yes, looking at Bryn going on the inside now, and he's made the pass.
Oh, what a beautiful move!
Start finish straight. Textbook pass, easy as you like. There was nothing that I don't know how to pronounce it. Is this Kraft?
Stamped? No, Kraft moment. Kraft. It'll probably be annoying with me after with that, but I hope he does like it.
Probably. Nothing he could do there. Bryn DRS, easy pass. Couldn't do anything about that at all.
Yeah, but
I'm interested to know what happened to Jamie Morris. If Jamie Morris is in the chat, I would like to know. I only caught the end of it, and I just saw him kind of dive off on the back straight. After turn 9, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like he just lost control. I don't know if he was clipped but I'd like to know what happened to Jamie Morris. Leroy getting another 3-second time up penalty for multiple warnings.
Spot on, mate. Right on the top of the leaderboard, top there. So Leo Tool, as you said, he's in the pits. He is in the pits. MDJ has gone into 3rd place now because of Leo Tool is gone into the pits. Fastest up of the race is, I believe, Bryn Evans with a 1:18.043. That's a good lap from him, to be fair. But overall, we're about we are just over a third of the way of the race itself. But so much talking points we have to talk about at the end of the race itself. But for these drivers itself, has there been any shocks for you tonight, Bougie?
Well, I mean, the top two, I kind of didn't have a good top three with Jamie letting me down there. Come on, Jamie. Obviously, he's out. I've backed him for third, but yeah, Carl's and D, I kind of saw that one coming. Just the tyres that they started on. So it's up to the guys behind now to see. I mean, those guys obviously haven't stopped yet. So Bryn's made a stop. Did he start on? He started on. What did he start on?
Bryn started off on, if I remember right, he started off in 17th place, moves up 13 places with a one stop already. He's already on the medium tyres, so it's paid off for him at the moment. So
it really has. You know, he's only 4.5 seconds back. So yeah, he could be in with a really good result here. I'm assuming he's only going to swap over to the hards now, and that'll be his stops done. Mike has not made a stop yet, so yeah, Bryn's in a good position here now.
It will be on a good position. Just trying to see what happens from the medium's point of view. But I tell you what, let's have a look at the tyre wear scenarios, because that's what we always want to try and find out from everyone's point of view. The tyre wear, oh my days, the front left.
I mean, I'd be curious to see the top three. They've gone 13 laps on those mediums. I'd imagine their left side are ruined now, aren't they?
See, you know what's going to happen on the stream. I might as well just do the graphics. Bish bash bosh moment. You did that perfect. Yeah, the front left is absolutely damaging limitations. Mikey's got 43% already, 43% left, so he's probably about 57.
Oh, sorry, that's Carl's in. Carl's is in now, so he's decided that's enough. The other two have stayed out, but Carl's 14 laps on those mediums, and he's done.
It's because he had 39% of the front left. Oof. So that would have been 61% already being used. So that's really bad. This is what I was saying earlier on to you, Bougie. It's the tyre wear. The tyre wear is not great at all around at this situation. Oh my!
Orlando on the inside of Leroy, turn 1. Sorry, not Ryoma, turn 1. Makes that move stick. Not a lot Ryoma could do. Obviously, Ryoma's on an old set of mediums now, 13 laps. Lando 4 laps into his hard tyres, so the move wasn't that difficult to pull off for Lando. He's obviously trying to find his way back to the front of the pack after a good qualifying session.
He has, to be fair. He's only just used like 20% of the hard tyres on the front left itself, so he's got a long way to go, but you have to try and manage it as perfectly as possible. Leo Toole is on the hard tyres and he's already fresh, so he should be able to try and push on to Carlsbury, who's on the hard tyres. So I'm very surprised that I think some of the drivers are gambling on the hard style. They don't care about the tyre wear scenario for the two-stop. But if you was Kieran D and you saw Carlsbury going to the hards, Iwan Dunn has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But from your point of view...
Well, where is D going to come out? Carl's has already gone past. How much did staying out for one lap hurt D?
We'll find out. We'll find out in a moment or two. He's coming to the pit exit now. So the gap...
Oh, right. Oh, no. Yellow flag, sector 1. That's Leroy. Leroy's come off. Turn 1.
So I'm not sure what happened there, but hopefully we'll find out sooner rather than later. But Kieran D, he's in 8th place, and compared to Carlsbury, he's only 7-second difference.
Ooh, yeah, about 7 seconds.
So
I think there was about 4 or 5 seconds before the pit.
Okay.
Before they both pitted, so I think D's lost out slightly. But obviously towards the end of the race, that's going to be negligible. He should be quicker. How cars. Oh well, yeah, same speed. Only a lap difference between the tires. So actually, yeah, it's advantage cars at the moment.
It's advantage Coles with Eduardo. He's going to be struggling against Colesboro's in the slipstream on the DRS, saying he should make the move perfectly, which he does into third place. So good move there from Colesboro. So at the moment he's trying to chase up on Cameron Armstrong, who's in second place. He's already done 2 pit stops. His tyre wear is going to be absolutely shot. He's already shot at the tyre wear.
Well, it is, yeah. He's 13 laps into those mediums now, so he's looking for another stop. Snooks as well. He's 14 laps into his. So yeah, we have Carl's theoretical P1 at the moment.
Absolutely. Corey Snook has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, I believe. So pressure. The pressure is on for all these drivers to do not make any silly mistakes. You do not do any silly mistakes, because if you do, you'll banish massively. So, but I would watch out for Eduardo actually, because he started off on the hards from 11th place. He moved up 7 places, but he's obviously in 4th, so he will have to pit. He will lose out quite a few positions. But then again, he will be obviously on the medium tyres, unless he's going to try and go as long as possible on the hards and try and go on the softs, which is a bit of a push. Cameron is going to the pits. Cameron is going into the pits. Let's have a look at Kieran D. Oh God, what's going on? Kieran D is going to make the move into 5th. Against Clyde Balloons, he's in 6th. What a move. Bryn is just on behind from 7th place, who's got the fastest lap at the moment. Top 10.
Bryn's going to make the move. Bryn's making the move on the inside of Roma as well. Should be a relatively easy pass. Roma's tyres are knackered at this point now. 16 laps into those mediums. He needs to come in, and he's going to keep on losing positions here. Not an easy pass for Bryn.
Absolutely, and just mad stuff, to be fair. Absolutely mad racing. But we've had a look at the tyre wear scenarios from some of the drivers that are concerned. We've got another time penalty, which is from Cloudy Balloons, aka Ryoma Ashi, is how you pronounce it. So yeah, it's just been mad racing. It's just been absolutely mad racing itself. We're over the halfway marker now of the CWC Racing League, the F1 League, live exclusive on this dry Spanish Grand Prix. It's been a mad race. As Corey Luke is going to the pits now, so Carlsberg should be getting.
There he is.
So Corey should be in the pits. Carlsberg, it will be there, but
new fastest lap from D, 1:17.7 on those hard tyres. New quickest lap.
So
fantastic lap from D on those hards.
That's really a good lap, to be fair. But he's got an on-charge of Bryn, who's only just slightly behind. But to be fair, though, I've been quite impressed with Bryn's driving tonight. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, this guy was in F2. I had to make a executive decision myself and Watkins to get him moved up ASAP. He was a bit too quick for F2. And yeah, I mean, he's right up the top. His speeds are up there. He's more than capable of fighting for some serious points and podiums. So it was worth it for him to move up, because he's going to be battling. It's a bit more of a challenge for him. Yeah, and he did well last week. I think he had an unfortunate coming together with Leroy that kind of put him out the race, but he impressed in that race as well. And here again, right up the back of D here. So yeah, he's on for some really good points, potential podium here as well. We've got Eduardo, who needs to pit. 18. He's in the pit now. As I say that, he's in the pit now.
Yeah.
So that's going to bump them up to 3rd and 4th. So yeah, he's fighting for a podium. Brinners, definitely.
Absolutely. We've got about a 2 or 3 car battle. Mikey, who did that beautiful? Oh my God, we will have a 3 to bed. Come on. Oh, come on. Cameron, you let me down. Even though you got the fast slap, you let me down for a 3 in a bed moment. Oh, what a move! I tell you what, no, that was Leo too. I was getting ahead of myself. That was Leo too. I do apologise, Cameron.
Leroy on the inside of Ryoma. Yeah, Leroy inside of Ryoma, who again, he's staying out on those medium, 18 laps on those mediums. I mean, is he thinking about going straight onto softs? You know, that would be a ridiculous strategy.
Yeah.
But I mean, 18 laps. You've almost ruined your chance there now. So if he comes in for hards, he's not going to have the performance towards the end really. And if he pushes for softs, he's going to lose too much time. So
Who was that? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Who was that?
Ryoma. He's 18 laps into his mediums.
I tell you what, the tyre wear. I'm gonna have a look. Oh my god, he's got about 72% already on the front left being used. He's already in the danger zone moment. So he'll need to be very careful. He'll have to be fair though, I think if you can try and aim to get 80% as much as possible, it's going to be pushing it now. He'll be really pushing it, but it doesn't help with the two situation.
Sector 1 is that Taze. Taze has come off Leroy. Leroy's come off Sector 1 again. He's done that twice now this race in the same spot. That is not something he wanted because he was on for some solid points there. He's going to have to fight back the pack. He's locked up again. He's having some issues here, Leroy. Not quite got it together.
So
locked up again. I don't know what's going on here with Leroy.
I think he's got front wing. He's lost his front wing. We've got a virtual safety car. He's just gone past. He's just gone past done. I know he's got front wing damage, but I thought you can't overtake.
Now, where are the top guys? Someone, I mean, like Lando could benefit potentially from a Ryoma. Ryoma, he should come in now. I mean, everyone. Oh no, VSC is
ended.
Done.
Nah. But look at Bryn. Bryn's making a move into Kieran. He should have the opportunity to try and close the gap. He had the opportunity to try and close the gap at the last corner, but
not quite there. Not quite there.
So mad.
Small lockup from D.
Yeah, small lockup, but the pressure's on him. The pressure's happening. Kieran D, the Drivers' Championship leader, is struggling, not struggling as bad, but he is struggling to try and catch up with his teammate and Carlsberg. But you cannot afford to lose any points against Carlsberg because considering he made that, I will keep saying it every week, since that race at Australia, he has been bouncing back, except for last week at China where he made a massive mistake. It looks like Conti's got a 3 second top.
Oh, Cams went straight into the back of Ryoma there. I think he's got some front wing damage. He was trying to get round the outside of chain game. Wow, I forgot what his
Robin.
Ended up going into the back of Ryoma, who is going round very slowly. I mean, he really needs to come to the pits. I don't think that was entirely Cam's fault.
Okay, we'll look at that with the stewards after, but Connor Setro's got a 3 second time penalty for multiple points. Cameron did lose front wing damage on the left hand side.
Bryn spun.
Oh my god! What's happened? And he's reset on track. What happened to Bryn? What happened
turn one inside? I think D just bullied him into not having much space there. Rightly so. I mean, it looked fine, but just a small contact on the tyres and slightly spun Bryn round. Not much Bryn could do there about that. I think he was right to go for that move, but yeah, unfortunate for Bryn. He's now got some serious work to do to make that time back up again.
Absolutely. To be fair, obviously I can't comment because I didn't see it. I only saw the aftermath of it from him spinning. But surely Kieran D will be breathe a sigh of relief now to try and without a McLaren behind for the time being. But don't get me wrong, Bryn will try and bounce back. He's going to try and close in on Mikey now for 4th place. So he'll be the one to watch. We're going to have a 3-car battle from 7th, 8th and 9th. I tell you what, let's just have a quick look at the 7th, 8th and 9th place. Cameron trying to close in on Cloudy Balloons, who's in 8th place. Cloudy is struggling. Cloudy is absolutely struggling with those.
Finally, he's coming in 21 laps on those. That's ridiculous. That's mental.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
That is mental.
We're both saying it's ridiculous. It's just mad stuff, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's obviously going to put the softs on, surely. Oh, I say that. Has he just gone straight through the pits?
Who, sorry?
Cloudy.
No,
Does it say...
he's had his another pit stop as well.
But he's not changed his tyre.
Let me just have a quick look on the status.
What's the...
Oh my god, yeah, his tyre wear has not changed. His tyre wear has not changed, so...
Yeah, you just went straight through the pits.
I do apologise, guys. I thought it says there that he's already had the pit stop, so that's why I wasn't sure. Unless he had a drive-through penalty that we did not see or done or anything like that, but mad stuff. We're on lap 25:33. About 9 laps remaining. 9 laps remaining of the CWC Racing League, the F1 League live exclusive. We've got Eric Carlsberg is in first, Christian Pazio is in second, Kieran D is in third, Mikey is in fourth, Bryn is in fifth, Corey Snook is in sixth, Robin is in seventh, Cameron Armstrong is in eighth place, Watkins is in ninth, Dunn, who we're watching live exclusive, is in 10th place. We've got Conte is in 11th. We've got Eduardo's in 12th. We've got Clay Blues is in 13th place. We've got Connor Setchell is in 14th place. And Javon is in 15th place. I think he's got a DSQ or a disconnection of
I think he has. Yeah, he's disconnected, I think.
Okay, that's good. As in that, because the graphics doesn't say whether he has been disconnected or DSQ'd, but his time's massive. Corey Snook has got another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so he will be under a lot of pressure.
He's got 6 seconds of penalties to be applied there, and you know what? Everyone from Snook's down has then got 3-second time penalties each.
So fair play to the top 5. Yeah, fair play to the top 5.
Yeah. So 6 to 15 have all got 7 to 15 have all got 3-second time penalties. Snooks has got Lando, turn 1. No, not turn 1. Oh, what happened there?
I am not sure. We're not sure. We'll try and find out. But it looks like
I think that was an F1 2020 glitch there. It looked like he went flying off the track, but he is absolutely fine.
That's weird. Mikey is under a lot of pressure against Bryn for 4th place. Mikey, who
he is. Bryn's flying.
He'll be flying. Bryn needs to bounce back. Hopefully he'll try and bounce. If he can get past Mikey, he's going to have to produce the next 7 laps with qualifying after qualifying after qualifying laps, and that's what he needs to do. But at the moment, I can't see. Well, unless he might get the move on Mikey on the DRS straight. We'll watch this battle at the moment, but we might have a battle from Robin down to Watkins, who's in 7th, 8th and 9th place. But we'll just watch this 4th and 5th at the moment to see if Bryn can try and get the slipstream.
Bryn might have a chance here. He's got a chance.
Go on.
He should be able to make this stick.
Oh!
Mikey defended the inside.
Oh.
Just about managed to squeeze himself through. That was a tight gap that Mikey left him there, but he squeezed through, made it stick.
That was mad from Mikey, to be fair. That was mad. But it was like, I don't know whether that was last minute. Would you agree? Last minute of that move?
I feel like it was on the border, but I feel like, you know, he made one move on the inside. Bryn decided to stay on the inside. You could have switched over if you wanted to. Yeah, I mean it was bold, but I think it was okay.
Okay. It was just because obviously it was quick motion, so we did not know. For me, I did not know whether that was like, oh, that was close. It was like on the grass itself, but fair play to MD Joe.
Now he's got 5 seconds now. I mean, the tyres are 3 laps old. He's got 5 seconds to try and squeeze out the car. 5 laps to go. Second a lap. Is that something that, I mean, B's quick. Is that something that Bryn is capable of? 3-second time penalty for Cam.
Yeah, he'd be fuming because he's gone wide. Oh!
Oh, side by side.
Oh, what a move! What a move! And Cameron will be outdone by Iwan. Iwan. Like Iwan or it's like shooting stars.
Oh, Cam's back. Cam's coming back.
Oh! 3 in the bed! We got the 3 in the bed! Oh my god! That was mad! That was mad! That was mad stuff. We have finally had, just for a glimpse moment, the 3 in the bed. And I tell you what, Bougie, do not blame it on him. Don't blame it on sunshine. Don't blame it on good times. Don't blame it on Bougie moment. But yeah, just mad stuff. We've got about 5 laps remaining. 5 laps remaining of this frantic, mad stuff. So Bougie, I'll let you carry on. Who are you watching so far?
I mean, Mikey isn't letting Bryn get too far ahead of him. His tyres are quicker, so the longer this goes on, it's going to give a slight advantage to Mikey. Bryn, he's only made up, what, 3/10 in the last lap on D, so unless D makes some kind of catastrophic error, which is what Bryn's going to be hoping for, I can't see Bryn closing that gap. I mean, he's half a second now. We'll have to wait and see. 4 laps left. 4.5 seconds to make up. That's tough ass. That's tough ass. But Watkins, Dewan here, and Cam, these guys having a great little battle going on. Watkins is going on the outside of turn 1.
No. No. No, 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 don't you dare. No. Oh!
What a great move that was from Watkins.
Watkins,
what a move.
I'm going to talk to him after and be like, what was that? I hope, thank God that Malcolm's got that.
Bryn, 3-second time penalty for Bryn.
Oh my.
That is not what he wanted, especially with Mike 1.2 seconds behind, who doesn't have any penalties.
So, it's a shame because, like I said, with the time penalties itself, it's going to be do or die with everyone trying to gamble itself, but overall, these drivers are trying to push to the limits. We've got another time penalty. That is from that is from Conte. We do apologise if you notice any of the graphics gone over the box itself, but we are going to sort that out sooner rather than later. But from everyone's perspective, 4 laps remaining. Right, 4 laps remaining.
Do you know what though? D 8/10 from Lando. D's got a solid chance here. Lando's done 19 laps on those hard. D's done 13. D's got a solid chance of getting a P2 here.
Do you want some good news or bad news for if you're supporting Christian? If you look at the tyre wear on the screen, it is not good on the left-hand side. It's got about 70. He's already used 74% of the tyre wear. And that's why his tyre wear is. That's why it's really slowing down. Right, here's a question for you quickly. I know I say this every season, but do you believe in team orders or do you believe in fight to get track position as a teammate?
Personally, I'm a little bit selfish, so I don't really like it. But I mean, it seems inevitable that 4/10 now. I suppose. Maybe Lando's not going to fight so hard to keep his position, being teammates. I'd like to see Lando still try and stay ahead. You know, he's in his position, but 20 laps on those tyres. He must know that you can get that information through on the radios and stuff. He must know that D's behind him on fresher tyres. So yeah, maybe not make it so difficult for him to pass, but at the same time, you're trying to hold your position. But it looks like a podium though for the Red Bull team. But double podium. But
then again, with teammates, I understand you want to get better points than your teammate, but surely this is going to be damage limitations for Kieran D as well because of his position at the top. It will be shorter now because Carlsberg is like 4 seconds ahead from Christian Pizzero, so probably about 4.7.
This is true. This is true. It'd be interesting to know if these guys are actually communicating in any way, if they understand that sort of situation. I don't know if these guys communicate at all, but it looks inevitable that Lando's going to lose his place out with tyres that are so much older. There may even be. It looks like he's a little bit too far back. But it looks like a final lap effort is needed from D here. Sorry, final. No, we've got 2 laps left. Final 2 laps. Not quite there yet.
Yeah, you're eager beaver, aren't you, Booty? You're eager beaver.
I'm eager to see this. I'm eager to see how this pans out here between D and Lando. I mean, Bryn, fair play. He's shaved 2 seconds off it. I don't think it's going to be enough though.
But then again, in F1 scenario, one mistake could bring Bryn.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Kieran D, who's trying to push on massively, this is damage limitations for himself. Cameron, is Cameron?
Fastest lap from Cloudy.
Oh, okay.
Wow, yeah. Well, he's put those softs on, didn't he? Because he went a stupid amount of laps on all big lockup from D there, going in turn 10.
So Carlsberry should be on the last corner. Yes, he is. He's on the last corner, so he'll be able. Oh my God, he's got. Oh, I thought he was on the final lap, guys. We're on the final lap. Carlsberry has crossed over the line to do one more lap itself.
He's been flawless, Carl's today. You can't fault his drive. I said from the start, I felt like he was at an advantage. Oh, D's made the move. Finally made that move on the last lap. Seemed inevitable, but he's made it stick there. Yeah,
so now Christian will have to try and hold on this position of third, because Bryn, I mean, I know it's a big ask. But it's 1.5 seconds.
1.9, yeah.
So Christian, both left-hand side of the tyre wear is in the red danger zone moments, so he'll be under a lot of pressure. But I do feel, like I said, I think the team decision, unless I'm mistaken, I mean, I could be wrong, I think the team decision was a little bit late with that move coming up to the final lap. But then again, I don't know whether Carlsberry would have been a different story had Kieran Dean would have catch up. But to be fair, though, he was trying to close it, like, to defend against Bryn, who's doing a brilliant job. And we're coming up to the final corner now for Carlsberry. He will be winning the Spanish Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. And he also got the fastest lap. So he's really pushing it now. Kieran D will... Fair play.
Well done, Kieran D.
So,
all those top 4. Fantastic race from those top 4.
Absolutely. I do feel sorry for Bryn, who's my driver of the day, to be fair. He's been my driver of the day today, unless you got a different driver.
No, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's made 13 places up. He took advantage of that early pit stop, and yeah. Oh, Cloudy DNF'd on the final lap.
Strange. That is
very. I mean, he's had a strange race. Let's be honest. 22 laps on the mediums. Not sure, but yeah, no, I'd agree. Bryn, driver of the day, 13 places made up there. Really good drive from Bryn. Made up as well, coming up a league as well. You know, that's not easy. So he's performing really well.
It's not easy, but fair play to the drivers itself, because he stepped up a gear and he produced one of the bestest races. But I do feel like had he not had that collision with Kieran D earlier on, I think we would have had a little bit of a different scenario with the top 3. I think we would have had a different scenario.
I don't know if Kieran's listening, but I think he's a bit lucky. I feel Bryn was had a slight pace advantage. He was slowly kind of creeping up. So yeah, no, I agree. I think it would have been a different scenario had that panned out a little bit better for Bryn. But nevertheless, that's his first points on the board, Bryn. So good for him. Yeah, good for him.
Brilliant stuff. Hero race classification for the Spanish Grand Prix. For the CWC Racing League, the F1 League, you've got Carlsberry's in first. You've got Kieran D in second. You've got Christian Bazillo's in third. Bryn, who's in fourth place. You've got Mikey in fifth. Corey Snook is in sixth. Robin in seventh. Juan is in eighth. Watkins in ninth. Eduardo is in 10th. You got Conti on his debut, misses out on the points. He's in 11th. Carbs is in 12th. Clay Balloons is in 13th. Javan is in 14th. Cameron Armstrong is in 15th place. Leo Toole is in 16th. Oh, sorry, Leo Toole, Jamie Morris, and Dylan DeVries are the only casualties in tonight's race with the DNFs itself. So, guys, while we get Bougie to try and get the guys in, I think normally Christian does not want to do interviews. I know I've asked him a few times, but he might not want to do it. So, might have to bring the usual tickets booked for Colesbury and for Kieran D for the top two and hear their thoughts of the race again. While we're waiting for that, we'll be right back, guys, for their interviews. So don't go anywhere. We will be able to do the interviews. So if you've got any questions for the guys, I'll try and get them in for you. But it'll be the first time if Bougie wants to answer a few questions to the guys, hear their thoughts. That he's all want to do. But here we go. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We will give you the interviews in about 5 minutes' time. you're right, guys. I hope everyone's all okay and well. We will get the interview slowly getting there, ready to go. I'm just going to have a look at the comments quickly. Chloe, how you doing? I'm so sorry I didn't get your message earlier on. Obviously, we've got different OBS screens. I hope everything's okay and well from your point of view. Indigo says my race was over before it started, so unfair. Okay, again, I can't comment on what happened. You'll have to clear that up with the stewards. Same with Dylan. I think I don't know if it was a problem with the start or what. We'll have to talk about that in a moment too. But Make, if that's how you pronounce it. Yo, guys, I have some interest to join your league. How I can. Contact Watkins Plays, who's in the chat itself. Have a word with him, but it will be more to do with checking out on the streams itself, on the Twitter account itself. We've got Colesbury in, and also we also got Bougie, but we will get them in a moment too. But if you are watching the stream, guys, can you please make sure you like, subscribe to the LeagueRacing TV channel for all the live races itself. It'll be a massive boost for everyone's perspective. Lando, unfortunately, won't be able to join the interviews. We're just waiting for Armady. If he's not in, we'll have to do just the Colesbury interview. So, I'll get Bougie in, and we're also going to get Colesbury in. You alright, guys? How you doing?
Yeah, good, you.
Nice one.
Congrats, Carls. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I tell you what. Normally, I do the questions to the drivers, and I'm not going to keep doing it every time. I'm going to wait. I'm going to give it to Bougie to put under a lot of pressure on his return back to CWC to see what his questions are going to be like for Cosmo. So, over to you, mate.
Yeah, I'll throw Carls a question. I mean, been following your last couple of races, Carls. Your last race probably didn't go exactly how you'd planned it. That gap to D's opened up a little bit. So what were your sort of thoughts coming into this race? Were you a little bit nervous for this one?
No, not really. Just building momentum and just trying to keep consistency every race and every race at a time.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really consistent race. I tried to, every time it's a bit like watching Lewis Hamilton. There's not much to say. It was really consistent. Nothing wrong, and you almost pipped that fastest lap at the end there. But I think D just managed to pick that up. Now, did you think that because I said at the start that you were on the mediums and the two in front were on softs. Did you immediately think at the start of the race that you maybe had a slight advantage? Because that's kind of what I thought. The softs is a risky strategy to go on. So did you feel like you were in a good position even though you were P3?
Yeah, first of all, the fastest lap, it was like 24 milliseconds, so that's kind of annoying. But yeah, just for the soft runners in front, the start and first two laps are quite good on the soft, so just waiting for the DRS mainly. And after that, when I passed Lando, I think it was kind of just cruising, I guess, but it was the right strategy at the end.
I think 100% you chose the right strategy. I said at the start to Malk that the two on the softs are going to struggle, and I think one of them pit straight away under the safety car for whatever happened behind them. So you only had one to pass then, and I knew it just made your day a little bit easier because those soft tyres were never going to last. So yeah, absolute flawless race, almost fastest lap. Could have done with that extra little point, but at least you've closed the gap ever so slightly to D. So yeah, hopefully you can take that forward into the next race. Solid race. Well done today.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know if Malk's got any follow-up questions.
No. You're the star of the show. The questions itself. So I've put you under a lot of pressure. You did not know about that until now. So that's why I just thought I'd give you all the questions to do, because I normally do it every week, and I thought, you know what, I'll let the co-coms do the questions itself. But again, congratulations, Carlsborough. You did a magnificent drive, and It's brought. I'll say one more question actually. Before tonight's race, you was about 40-point gap between yourself and Kieran D.
Mm.
With this point scenario now getting a little bit closer, is this the turnaround now since what happened at the start of the season? Do you think this is slowly getting back to your old self again?
I don't know. It depends on a couple of things, and you never know what happens in the next race. So, especially when it's Monaco. So, just need to do my own races and avoid any accidents and stuff like that.
Absolutely, and we'll have to wait and see what happens at Monaco. That is the dreadiest track of it all, and I'm sure Carlsbury, I wish you all the very best of luck, because I'm glad I'm not driving around Monaco, to be fair. So, in the nicest possible way, mate. Good luck with that in Monaco.
Yeah, thank you.
It's all right. But yeah, Bougie, have you got any final thoughts of the race before we shoot off tonight?
No, I think overall it was a solid race. A little bit of a shame. I'm not sure what happened with all those 5 seconds at the start. I don't know if that was just an F1 2020 thing. I'd like to know a little bit more about D and Bryn's collision. In fact, I've just had a message from Bryn, so that's something I'm gonna look at now. But overall, yeah. Really good race to watch and be involved in, and thank you for letting me be a part of it. And hopefully next week, same thing, same time.
No, it's not just hopefully. It's either yes or hell yes. That's the answer.
There you go. Hell yes.
There we go. We got the final answer from Bougie. I just want to say a massive thank you to Bougie for everything that he's done at CWC and also currently helping out with CWC itself, and yeah, it's good to see him back in the comms box, and it's the very first time, a very historical moment in CWC for to have me in the comms, and it's good to see him back. You know, push on, shall we say? Fantastic stuff as always. But Bougie, thank you very much again. I wish you, hopefully, you'll be back next week to join me in the comms box.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you. It's been really enjoyable, really good fun.
Yeah, we do. Again, it's the first time that me and Bougie have been doing the stream together, so we do apologise if you notice anything that we were out of sync at some point during the race. But hopefully you have all enjoyed it, and I have. To be fair, I have really enjoyed it, and Bougie has enjoyed it, and I know Carlsberg's enjoying it because he's won the race at the the Spanish Grand Prix. So as I said, we're at Monaco next week. For the dreaded Monaco track. Let's hope the guys will try and survive. If you can get damage wing free, you are going to win the race or try and get a good finishing position. Otherwise, let's hope the pits crew will give you some more wings than ever before, not with the Red Bull car, because it won't give you a lot of wings, it will give you fantastic wings. Anyway, cheers for that, guys. I'm going to shoot off now. Myself and Bougie, have a very good evening, and I'll see you all next week. Bye. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.